So it turns out Spider-Man 3 will reportedly be the second part of a Multiverse Trilogy, according to this article. On the website, WeGotThisCovered.com features an article yet again about Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 is really making headlines with a lot of reports here and there, and it's just crazy, from multiple cameos to people reprising the roles from previous Spider-Man films, the Sony films, Raimi ones specifically. And it's just bonkers at this point. Gratuitous cameos, the movie. That's what I'm going to call it. Everyone is in this movie, including your mom. Anyways, guys, welcome back to News to Science, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. Never mind this whole page filled with ads and all this shit over here. Let's go ahead and head over to my channel and click on that subscribe button when you get a chance. It really helps the channel. About 58.7% of you who are not subscribed watch my videos, so I noticed that a dip has really been taken down on my channel. And go ahead and please subscribe. Once again, it really helps my channel, and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. That way you guys can be up to date with the latest in comic book related content I upload on a daily. Haven't done live streams in a bit, but we'll be getting back to it very shortly. I do promise that. I swear I'll do that. And lastly, join my Discord, where you can talk about everything related: comic books, movies, games, and more. Different channels for those kinds of chats all are here, so everybody's welcome. Links to that is in the description box down below if you want to be a part of that conversation. I also like to join on in and join the conversation as well, and just talk to you guys. So be sure to do that, guys. We'll be waiting for you there. Anyways, let's get back to the article. So Spider-Man 3 will reportedly be the second part of a Multiverse Trilogy. Avengers Endgame introduced the concept of time travel into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but things are about to get a whole lot weirder when the multiverse comes into play next month in WandaVision. The trailers for the upcoming Disney Plus show have promised something completely unique within the context of the franchise. And as well as telling a self-contained narrative, the Phase 4 kickoff will also be laying the groundwork for what's to follow. Every single project in the MCU features at least one overt reference to events that have either transpired or yet to come, and WandaVision will be no different. We already know that Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch takes second billing in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, while the Sorcerer Supreme will be next in Spider-Man 3. And all three titles not so coincidentally happen to revolve around the idea of alternate realities and multiple timelines. So check out this wallpaper and this art that somebody created, which is a really cool concept. It features Scarlet Witch in her classic comic book accurate tiara and Doctor Strange on the other side, because they're just similar characters in the way the powers work. So it looks really cool. I like this concept art. And the multiverse is a major and game-changing storytelling device, one that could easily be overused if it ended up featuring in every single one of the 25 projects Marvel Studios currently have in various stages of development. But the more likely scenario is that it only factors into the overarching story of Phase 4 every now and then. To that end, insider Daniel Richtman claims that WandaVision, Spider-Man 3, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will combine to form a loosely connected multiverse trilogy, with connective tissue threading through all three of them. There's already plenty of confirmed overlap, and Kevin Feige probably doesn't want to overuse the gimmick too early, so it makes complete sense that the trio of film and television outings tied together without overshadowing the rest of the Phase 4 slate. So I gotta say, this is actually really nothing new, as we've already experienced this before with the past few recent films, and even the Russo brothers have confirmed. But there's already been a trilogy within a few films in the last few MCU movies, specifically The Incredible Hulk, and I can see this as being a thing in the near future. All these movies have had subplots or trilogies within themselves, focusing on another character that is not the main character, a supporting character perhaps. And what I mean by that is, if you guys don't recall, The Incredible Hulk has already had a trilogy in the last few films, specifically the Avengers Infinity War and Thor Ragnarok, and of course Avengers Endgame. And the Hulk actually did have his own trilogy within those films, and the subplot really focused around him. We experienced his growth, his change, his agreement with the big guy, where he decided to combine both the brains and the bronze and get the both of best worlds throughout that film, while still never losing track of the main story. That is, for Thor Ragnarok, the story really focused on Thor, and Avengers Infinity War, it focused on all the Avengers, including the Hulk himself, and of course Avengers Endgame. So it kind of completed the Hulk story in those movies. He got his own trilogy without in those movies without him being the main center focus of the film. So I can totally see them doing the same thing for the Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 3, of course, WandaVision, and Doctor Strange 2 into the Multiverse of Madness. So that'll be the Multiverse Trilogy, while still focusing on the characters, never losing track on those characters. And I find that really interesting. I think this will be really great. It should totally be a new trend, and I can see other movies imitating this kind of trend where characters have their own trilogies within other movies that focus on a main character, but not necessarily on the supporting characters. So it's definitely brilliant. It really gets a lot of stories told and get them out of the way, basically. This is really done a lot in comics, where events that are not exactly the main focus do take place, or they transpire, and they continue to go on and to the next issues, and all of a sudden they go on in their own spin-off, and it becomes like the main plot into that said spin-off. So I actually like where this is going. I'm really intrigued about this. I'm very excited about it. I want to see where this is taken. WandaVision is just one of those series that I'm really looking forward to, and it's actually going to be debuting shortly on Disney Plus in January. So let me know your thoughts if you're excited about this, and also let me know your thoughts if you're excited about Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 is just one of those movies, and I'm just wondering, what kind of a movie is that really going to be? I'm hearing all these sorts of news where these past characters, including Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, who played Spider-Man respectively in their own films, from the Raimi films and the Mark Webb films, I think his name was, those actors or Peter Parker's, different versions of Peter Parker's, are set to appear in the MCU's Spider-Man 3, where whether you want to call it Spider-Man Home Alone, or Spider-Man Homebound, or Spider-Man Home Run, or whatever you want to call it, or Work From Home, those characters are set to appear there, and exploring the multiverse is going to be one of those subplots. I just hope it doesn't get very overconvoluted with characters that we really don't care about, and I can see Sony kind of being very hasty and actually, them tooting their own horn way too soon and way too much at this point, because they desperately want to get a live-action multiverse out in the works, because they know that Spider-Man is a huge IP and it makes a lot of bank. So you guys let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. What are your theories? I'd like to read them as well. Please comment down, like this video, share it. It really helps the channel a lot. And as always, be sure to subscribe. I post videos on a daily. Don't forget about that. So yeah, subscribe, click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you guys all in the next comic panel.